the second one there where it says time frames right there and it says custom
Oh
up a
yeah.
little bit. Yep. Now click that, and if you want to see the most sensitive shit, like the most sensitive metrics, click on the scalping one. And what that does is it actually starts analyzing data for the smallest time frames, the ones that could change. You have to watch out because they could change much more rapidly. But if you have this pulled up somewhere, you can avoid jumping into something, while it's still going in the opposite direction that you want it to go in. So this will take a second for it to load. You can always click on, if you want to like just double check that it's loading, which I'm sure it is, but you can always click on these indicators over here. And then as you pull up, as you hover over the CCM, you'll see that this eye right here is spinning. So see like where that eye is, it's kind of like spinning. That lets you know that like it is gonna upload the proper scalping settings. So right now, when it has the 24-minute and it goes all the way to the 1 week, that's the custom setting. So it's giving you a bit of a bigger picture. And that's fine. Like there's a place for that. Like you wouldn't even want to mess with potentially longing this if you didn't have that. But what's really awesome is when you pull up this scalping, which is super sensitive, and it's almost all the way green. And it's a little dangerous. Like in this situation, you have to acknowledge that whatever you do, you are in a downtrend. So if you're playing this game, it's like, okay, realize that this is a 1 day candle, like a whole day. And then in 2 hours or so, it's going to close and it's going to open right next to it. And even if it's bullish, it could just be a moment of bullishness in an overall enormous downtrend. And that's fine as long as you know that like you're probably just looking to do something within the next, little bit. But in the bigger picture, to be honest with you, I would probably pull up the 4 hour over here if I was even going to mess with it. And I would probably
that's what
pull
I've
up.
been doing. Like this one, then what I've been doing is adding them over here.
Yes, this
So
is the
I
chart you
got
want to look at.
everything. So then I got everything. So then like if I find one, then I'll move it over this way, then kind of get like just a picture of where.
Yes. So this is definitely the chart to look at. The only one that might or might not make sense. I mean, it's fine. It gives you perspective. Is this looks like it's the 3-day over here, which is really, really big perspective. So you could say, okay, well, it's good to know that all in all, BNB might actually still be in an uptrend. Like because it's always held when it's been down here, it's kind of overall held, that uptrend. However, if you're doing any kind of leverage intraday trading, like the truth is, even if that uptrend holds, there's so much volatility possible that you wouldn't even really want to look at this because even if this thing holds up, you could get stopped out with just like a fraction of a move, on this chart because it's
And
just
I
such a
think
big
that's
chart.
what's been happening. That's what's been happening. I think not checking enough. So it's like everything's uptrending, and then I'll place, an order, I'll get
Right.
stopped out, and then like I'll check back the next day and it ended up hitting. You know what I mean? Like I think it was
It,
like just paying
it,
attention to the smaller time frame and just placing it off the larger time frame. I think that's where I'm getting
okay.
a little